Hi guys, good evening. Can everyone hear me? Yeah. I hope you guys can see my screen as well. Yeah. All right, great. Good evening, Suraj. Let's wait for the rest of the people to join and then we'll start, okay? All right, guys. Welcome to the fourth session for SEM. I am going to start off with today's session now. Before starting today's session, I wanted to check with you guys again. Any questions or anything which you want to discuss once again from the Tuesday session? Hi, Suman. Are you able to hear me? I hope rest of the people can hear me, right? Okay, let me just tell her that. All right, guys. Okay. All right. Any questions from the previous session? Anything? Can we continue for today's content? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. In that case, I'm going to start off with today's session. Okay. If you remember from the previous session on Tuesday, what we covered was we spoke about keywords research. Okay. We spoke about how keywords are added in the search campaign. Okay. We have to find the right keyword set and implement them in our search campaigns to show our ads. Okay. We also had a look at the keyword planner tool, how the tool needs to be used to add new keyword ideas to the search campaign. So we've been through that. In correlation to that, again, with keywords, there is a concept of match types, okay, which was left. Okay, so I'm going to cover that and then we'll move on to the other content. Okay, so let's talk about keyword match type. Suman, I have not started yet. I'm going to start right now with keywords match type now. All right, guys. So if you remember, the last thing which we did with respect to keywords, we are tried to understand what keywords do for us. Okay. So now you have a fair idea about the keywords usage, right? Keywords primary job in our AdWords account is to trigger our ads. That's the main thing which they are doing. Okay. Now, how do they do that is when people come to google.com and they search for any information, that search query matches with our keywords, and then if there is a proper match, the ad is shown to the user and they can, if they want, they can click on it. Okay, so that's the primary job of a keyword, to show our ads. Okay, now what is happening is we are going one step further. Okay, we are going one step further and we are saying this, that keywords will not only show the ad to a customer, keyword can also control the audience to whom we are showing that ad. Okay, I'll repeat once more. What we are saying here is that keywords will not only show the ad to the customer, it can also control the audience to whom we are showing that ad. Okay, that is possible through match types. Okay, so there are 4 types of match types in the AdWords account which you can use. Okay, let's have a look at all of them. Okay, these are the 4 types: broad match, phrase match, broad match modifier, exact match, and then there is something we call as negative keyword. Okay, so we'll talk about that as well. Okay, so let's start with broad match, what this is. Okay, so if you want your keyword to behave like a broad match, okay, let's say your keyword is Nike shoe. Okay, so this is what broad match says. Broad match says that if you have a keyword which is a broad match, let's say it is Nike shoe, and if a user comes to google.com and searches for that, or a plural version of that, or a misspelling of it, or a synonym or a variation of it, then there are chances that the ad might show. Okay, so for an example, if my keyword is Nike shoe and the user searches for Nike shoe, Nike shoes, Nike show, misspelling, variations can be, okay, all these, if these are the kind of searches, if they happen on google.com, it might trigger my ad because I have kept Nike shoe as a broad match. Okay, does this make sense, the first one, what we are saying? Okay, rest of the people with me on this, what we are looking at, right? Okay, all right, okay. Okay, in the same manner, you have phrase match. Phrase match, let's say the same example. If you want to make a keyword behave like a phrase match, you will have to put it under quotes. Okay, and this is what phrase match says now. Phrase match says that if a user comes to google.com and searches for your keyword with something written before the keyword or after the keyword, only then the ad might show. Okay, so something like this: if my keyword is Nike shoe and the user searches for buy Nike shoe, sale Nike shoe, Nike shoe discount, Nike shoe in Hyderabad. Okay, so something, they are searching with something written before or after my keyword. If that is the kind of search if they do, then only there are chances that the ad might show. That's going to be my phrase match. That's how it's going to run. All right, next, the next one is broad match modifier. Same example, let's say my keyword is Nike shoe. If I want to make a keyword behave like a Nike shoe, behave like a broad match modifier, I have to add a plus sign before it. And this is what a broad match modifier says. It says that it is first a combination of broad and phrase. Okay, it's a mixture of broad and phrase. And this is what it says. It says that when a user will come to google.com and they will search for your keyword with something written before the keyword or after the keyword or in between the keyword, wherever it might be, till the time the keyword is not going anywhere, the ad might show. Okay, again I'll repeat. It says that when a user comes to google.com and searches for your keyword with something written before the keyword or after the keyword or in between the keyword, wherever it might be, till the time the keyword is not going anywhere, the ad might show. Okay, so examples can be this. It can also be these, and we can also say something like this. Okay, so what is happening? People are searching with something written before Nike shoe, after Nike shoe, between Nike shoe, but Nike shoe as a keyword is not going away from the search. If this kind of search people do, then only are the chances that the ad might show to them. Okay, does this make sense up till here, these three? Awesome guys, very good, awesome. Okay, it's almost same. Yeah, it is almost same. The only difference is that in phrase you can't have anything in between. Okay, but in this case you have. Okay, that's the basic difference you will see between the two. Okay, do you see a difference between the searches which are happening in broad match modifier versus the searches in broad? Do you see a difference between the two? Yes. Okay, what kind of difference do you see? Words and items. Okay. Do you mean broad match modifier has more words? Yes, words have to be there. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. So in case of broad match modifier, we are putting a condition that the keyword cannot go anywhere. It has to be there. Okay. Whereas in a broad match, it can be synonyms as well. Slippers, sandals, bellies, all that can happen. Right. We are not putting a condition out here. So because of which, if you think about it, now suppose if I am a business who sells Nike shoes, this which I'm highlighting is the audience for me. These are the kind of users I want because they're only searching for my product. Whereas in broad, there are people who are searching for sandals, bellies, slippers as well. which is not my audience. So what happens is broad match modifier gives you a very refined and high quality traffic which is able to see your ads. So it is one of the best match types you can use. Whereas a broad brings relevant and irrelevant traffic sometimes. Okay, make sense to everyone? Okay. All right. Similarly, exact match is very simple. Okay, exact match says, so let's say if your keyword is Nike shoe, it says that only when a user searches the exact match of your keyword, only then the ad might show. Nothing written before, after, or in between. Okay, so it has to be like this. If you want to make a keyword an exact match, you will have to put it under square brackets. That's your exact match. Okay, does this make sense? These four match types. Any questions on this? Make sense? Okay. Rest of the people all good till here? Okay. Efficient usage of where is the efficient usage of exact match? Yes, so exact match is used in a business scenario. Let's say a lot of businesses whose products are such which have a make and a model. Let's say I am into selling Dell Inspiron or Lenovo T100 or a Apple MacBook Pro. If that kind of product I sell, that is my business, I would like to use a lot of exact match because people also search like that. Okay, because people will also search with a make and a model. Nobody will search with and say buy Dell or buy Apple. They will say buy Lenovo laptop or Lenovo T100 with a make and a model. So for such kind of businesses, exact match is used a lot of times. Okay, Anmol, broad match modifier is the best one. Broad match is not the best one, Samir. Okay, do you see the difference out here? What is happening? If I have a business of selling Nike shoes, my ad might show up to someone who is searching for bellies. Will that person be my audience? Somebody who's looking for bellies? No, we are saying that broad match modifier will be the best one. Okay, because broad match modifier gives me a combination of broad and phrase together, being relevant and giving me a lot of traffic. In broad match modifier, that is just a symbol which we are using to apply a match type. Okay, there is no particular usage as such, just the way we use quotes for phrase match and square brackets for exact match. If you want to use a broad match modifier on your keywords, you will have to apply a plus sign before them. Okay, it is a symbol which we are using, which is used to apply broad match modifier to keywords. All right, does this now make sense to everyone? Match types, four types. But if broad match modifier is available, why would so there can be a lot of reasons, right? Now, suppose I am into a business of a very niche product, okay, which is hardly available, hardly people are searching. If I am into a business of a very niche product, I would like to use a lot of broad match because right now my main concern is that nobody is searching for my business. So I want to use broad match keywords to drive traffic. I want more and more different kinds of people see my product at least. So for those reasons, broad is very useful when your business is very specific and niche. Phrase in the same manner is useful for being specific to your business. If you want, then you can use phrase and exact. But yes, out of the four, broad match modifier should be the most extensively used one. Yeah. All right, okay. Okay, the next one is negative keywords. This is not a match type, guys. It is a different type of a keyword which you can add in your AdWords account in your search campaigns. Okay, so let me give you an example on this as well. Let's assume that I have a business where I am selling Nike shoes. Okay, now my primary customer is that person who comes to google.com and searches for buy Nike shoes, discount Nike shoes, sale Nike shoes, offers Nike shoes, right? But is that the only kind of people who come to google.com? On google.com, there will be tons of different kinds of people who will come and do random search on Nike shoes. Okay, stuff like they might search for reviews on Nike shoes, comparison of Nike shoes, how to make a Nike shoe, maybe a video tutorial on Nike shoes, okay, coaching on Nike shoes, how to make Nike shoes. So there can be random searches happening pertaining to my business. So what I do, I put all of these under negative keywords and I add it to my campaign. What this means is I tell to the AdWords system that look, when these searches happen, please don't show my ad. I don't want to show my ad to these people because they are not my target audience. They are not going to purchase my product. They are coming to search for something else information, some other information about my business. So I would not like to show my ad to them. That is what you are trying to do with negative keywords. Okay, it will basically filter out the irrelevant traffic. Okay, whatever traffic was coming your way, it will churn out the irrelevant traffic and or show your ads only to the relevant traffic. So that way it is a very good thing to add. Does this make sense to everyone what we are saying? All right, rest of the people all good till here? All right, okay, cool. Okay, so these are the match types I wanted to share with you guys and talk about, which they are talking about here as well. Okay, so that we have done. Okay, and now we're going to talk about the bidding part. Okay, the different types of bidding strategies which you can use to apply in your AdWords account. Vikram, will Google charge us for not showing ads? No, obviously not, right? If your ad is not showing, why will you pay, right? Your ad is not showing, nobody is clicking, so you will not pay for that. You only pay when your ad shows. Okay, and then no, you will not pay for negative keywords, Vikram. Okay, you only pay for the positive keywords which are showing your ads. Do we have to use any character for negative keywords? When you say character, do you mean alphabets or what exactly you meant? Like, oh no. So again, in negative keywords, you can use match types if you want. Yes. Okay, just like you have match types for positive keywords, in the same manner you can use match types for negative keywords as well. Okay, so if that is your requirement, you can. Yeah. So phrase negative, exact negative, broad negative, all that can happen. All right. Any other questions so far? Okay, let me just show you inside the AdWords account how you can go ahead and apply these match types. Okay, so inside your AdWords account, you can go to the campaign in which you want to apply the match types. So let's say we are doing it on campaign number 1. You can go to the keywords tab. You can choose the ad group in which you want to do it. So let's say this is display ads. So now you can see my keywords out here. Okay, so you can click on the keyword with a pencil icon which says edit, and here you can choose the match type. If you want to have a broad match modifier, just select broad match and you will have to add the plus sign manually. Okay, does these different types of match types have difference in budget? No, but keywords, match type, different types of keywords have difference in budget associated with the respective type. No, with respect to match types, there is no difference in the bidding. Okay, bidding is not dependent on the match types. Bidding is only dependent on the keyword itself. How relevant the keyword is, based on which you bid. That's it. These are all additional features, these match types. Has everyone got it? How we are implementing the match types, the four of them? Yeah, okay. All right. Similarly, if you want to apply negative keywords, can you guys see this? Just beside search keywords, there is negative keywords as well. Okay. So you can go to negative keywords. Okay. Now, negative keywords can be applied at two levels. You can apply it at a campaign level or at an ad group level. If you apply it at a campaign level, what will happen is it will apply to all the ad groups under that campaign, and all the ads in them will get blocked, will not show up. But if you apply it at an ad group level, then only the ads inside that particular ad group will get blocked. Rest of the ad group's ads will run. So you decide. As a business, you take a call how you want to apply them. Okay. So you can say plus negatives, and now it says add to campaign or ad group, whatever you want. So let's say I'm doing ad group, and then I can put my negatives here. Okay, like this. I can apply my negative keywords. Does this make sense to everyone? Great, guys. Any other questions on this? No? Okay. All right, cool. Okay. All right. So we're going to start now with the bidding method. There are various types of bidding methods in AdWords. This is going to be a long session. Okay. So listen to this part carefully. Okay. Different types of bidding methods. We're going to discuss all of them which are possible in the AdWords account. Okay. So let's begin with that. I'm going to list them down first, and then we'll talk about all of them one by one. Okay. All right. Okay. So starting off with the first one is CPC bidding. Okay, these are all the different types of bidding methods which you will find inside the AdWords account. All right, so let's begin from the top. Okay, the first one which we're going to talk about is CPC bidding. We did an intro of this in the previous session, if you remember. Okay, so we're going to talk about in detail how this is being used. All right, so the first one is CPC, which is cost per click bidding method. Okay, what we are basically saying here is, under this bidding type, you are going to an amount of money which you are willing to pay for every click which happens on your ads. You tell to Google AdWords that, look, I will pay you an X amount of money for every click which I get on my ads. That is what is CPC bidding. Okay, that's your CPC bidding. This bidding method is very extensively used, guys. You can use it in both the networks. If you're running a search campaign or a display campaign, in both the campaigns you can apply CPC bidding. Okay, you simply pay a money for every click you get on your ads. This particular bidding type is basically used for driving traffic and for sales. Okay, that's the basic purpose of using it. All right, now what happens is this CPC bidding is of two types. There is manual CPC bidding and there is an automated CPC bidding. Okay, so this CPC bidding is of two types. When we say manual CPC bidding, it basically means that we as human beings, we go to every keyword and we set this bid. Okay, we go to every, remember we spoke about this wherein we spoke about how bids and budgets work together. So if you remember that example, I said that the budget is something which is getting set at the campaign level and bid is something which is setting at the keyword level. So when I say manual CPC bidding, what I mean by that, that a person is going to each and every keyword and bidding on his own. Okay, they're doing it themselves. Okay, that is when we call it a manual CPC, because a person is doing it himself. On the other hand, automated CPC bidding basically means when the AdWords system does the same thing. The AdWords system goes to every keyword and bids itself. Okay, so a programming code is now doing it for you. You are not doing it. You have given that work to a programming code to do it for you. In that case, it is called automated CPC bidding. Yeah, sure. So what we are talking about here is the automated CPC bidding is basically a concept in which we are saying that you understood manual CPC, right? In manual CPC, what was happening? I am going to each and every keyword and I decide the bid. That for keyword number 1, I will pay 2 rupees. For keyword number 2, I'll pay 4 rupees. For keyword number 3, I'll pay 10 rupees. I decide the bid. In the same manner, in automated CPC bidding, we are saying that the AdWords programming code will decide this. Okay, you have given the power to the AdWords system, the AdWords programming code, to decide the bid for every keyword. So the system will go to each and every keyword and bid itself. Okay, it will decide what should be the bid for the keyword based on a multiple factors. It will look at, analyze, and then decide the bid. Will there be any threshold value in case of? Yes, yes, good point, Samir. Okay, so does the system equally distribute? No. So the system will look at those keywords, relevance with your ads, how important those keywords are. All those multiple factors are taken into consideration, and then it will bid differently. If it finds a very relevant keyword, it will bid a high amount. If it finds a generic keyword, it will bid a lower amount. So it will fluctuate. The bids will be different for different keywords. All right, is everyone with me what we are saying? Okay, what if we do not find it useful enough because the automated bidding is increasing your? Yes, good point again. So that is a major concern which normally most of the advertisers have. Okay, both of these bidding methods, manual CPC bidding or automated CPC bidding, have its own pros and cons. Okay, with the help of manual CPC bidding, the benefit is you are deciding the bid, you are bidding yourself for the keywords, so you have a complete control on your cost. You know how much money you are paying, what is the return you're getting, so that way it turns out to be, seems like a much more economical way of bidding. Whereas in automated, as you correctly said, I don't have any control. I give the control away to a system to do it. Now, in this case, it might feel like that they're spending our money a lot, but they're not giving us the proper returns. Okay. The only reason automated bidding strategy is used, it is used for various different purposes. There are different purposes under which the automated bidding strategy works. Okay. So the ones which I've written under it, these are all the different types of automated bidding strategies, guys. Okay, maximize clicks, maximize conversions, target search page location, outranking share, target CPA, ROS. These are all the different types of automated bidding strategies. Each one of them have an objective. Okay, so automated bidding strategies should only be used when you have a particular objective to fulfill. Okay, otherwise in general you should not be using it. You should go and use manual CPC bidding. Okay, when you are facing a particular problem and you want to fix that problem, then you can use automated bidding strategy for all of that. So I'll talk about under which situations you are going to use these bidding strategies, the automated ones. Can we have a maximum cost in case of automated? Yes, yes. So what we, only in case of, you have this only in case of maximize clicks. Okay, wherein like Samir asked earlier as well. So what you can do is, as you understand now that automated bidding strategy will bid itself, so you can put a cap. You can put a cap on it and say that go ahead, you bid yourself, I don't mind, but please don't go beyond this limit. I can't afford bidding beyond this limit, so don't go beyond it. So that kind of a cap which you can set at maximize clicks, but not with anything else. Is everyone fine with me till here? Is it okay? Okay. All right. We're going to begin now with each one of them and we'll try to understand what each of these automated bidding strategies do. Okay. So let's start. The first one is maximize clicks. Okay, maximize clicks is an automated bidding strategy. What it primarily tries to do is it tries to get you the maximum number of clicks possible. Okay, within your limited budget. Whatever budget you have set, its objective remains that it tries to get you as many clicks as possible. Now, how it does it is it looks for the most favorable auctions where your ads can get into. It looks for those auctions where your ad is one of the best and it pushes your ads into those auctions. So what happens? There are very high likelihood that your ad shows up and get a click. In the same manner, the other auctions where your ad is not that great, there are much better ads over there, it removes you from those auctions or does not let you go into those auctions more often. Okay, so by doing these two things, they try to get you high number of clicks. The threshold is set for single click. Yes, yes, the threshold is set for a single click. Yeah. Yeah, so what we are saying out here is the maximize clicks is a bidding strategy. What it primarily tries to do is it tries to get you maximum number of clicks possible within the budget which you have set. Now, whatever budget you have given, looking at that budget amount, it starts its algorithm, it runs its coding, and it tries to get you the highest number of clicks possible. How will it do that? So, since it's the AdWords system who is doing it, it can check the auctions before getting into the auctions. They can check the auctions in which your ads are being sent. Okay, so before your ad goes into the auction, it checks which are the other ads coming into that auction. Okay, if it finds that the other ads are not that great than yours, your ad is one of the best, it will let your ad go into that auction, because very high chances you will win, because you have a good quality score, good bid amount, good ad rank than the others. Very high chance you will win the auction, show up and get a click. In the same manner, it looks at other auctions where your ad is not that great. There are much better ads who have a better quality score and bid amount. It will stop you from going into those auctions and doesn't let your ad go in those auctions more often. So by doing these two things parallelly, they try to get you more clicks. Okay, is there a guaranteed number of clicks on every campaign? No. You again, so your clicks purely depend on your performance in the auction. If you perform well, only then the clicks will happen. That too, again, winning the auction does not guarantee. Winning the auction only guarantees your ad showing up. The click will only happen when a customer uses a mouse and clicks on the ad. So that guarantee we can't give. So so there is a possibility that my ad never shows up. Uh, yes, there is a possibility. Yes, absolutely. Yes, if your ad does not have a good quality score or a bid amount, obviously you will not win an auction and your ad will never show up. Okay. Is everyone with me on this? The first one? All right. Okay. Okay. In the same manner, now you have maximize conversions. Okay. Maximize conversions. Conversions mean sales. Okay. In this particular scenario, they try to do the same thing. It again tries to get you maximum number of conversions now within the budget which you have set. They perform the same stuff, they perform the same actions, they identify which are the good auctions where you are one of the strongest ads, and they push you in those auctions so that you win that auction, you show up, people click on those ads, and then they go to the website and purchase. Okay, and in the same manner they look for the other auctions where you are not that great, and they don't let you get into those auctions or stops you from going into those auctions more often. So by doing these two things, now the focus changes to conversions. They're trying to get you as many sales as possible. All right, that's going to be your maximize. But aren't the conversion dependent upon relevant keywords and the number of keyword clicks on the site? Conversion depends on the website. Once people click on your ads and they reach the website, if they find relevant information on the website, only then people will buy that product. So your conversion is purely dependent on what are you saying in the ad versus what are you delivering on the website, on the landing page. If they are same, very high chances conversions will happen, otherwise not. Okay, so conversion, we will not say that they are dependent on a keywords and the number of clicks on the site. Yes, number of clicks, you can say that the higher number of clicks, higher can be the conversion. Okay, because that is when the people reach the site. Okay, example. Yes, so I was saying that uh, with respect to maximize conversions, example can be that if I want more number of sales, okay, the programming code will try to get your let's say I have a business where I'm selling, let's say, mobile phones, okay, iPhone 7, and my main objective is that I want people to come to my website and purchase that phone. In those scenarios I will choose maximize conversions because my main focus is sales. How can this be different from clicks, and how does it help in conversion as that rest with the users? as that rest to the user to click and do the call to action. Yes, so the main objective remains the same, in the sense that here we are focusing on conversions. So here the system will look at only those auctions where there is a high conversion rate. They will try to push your ads into only those particular conversions, into those auctions where they see there's a very high probability of getting a conversion. In the first instance, they were not doing that. They're just focusing on those auctions where your ads could win and get a click. All right. Is everyone okay till here? These two? These techniques are business. Yes, yes. So as you can see, there's a specific objective. The first one, main objective, is website traffic. I want clicks. The second one is focusing on sales. They want maximum number of sales. Okay. So each one has a specific objective which we are trying to fulfill here. Okay. Next, target search page location. Let me give you an example on this. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I'll quickly check with Reshma. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next one is target search page location. Sorry, just, can you please? We have just started with we did keyword match types, Manisha, and then we have started with the bidding strategies now. Okay. Just go through the part which we are doing right now. Okay. And then go through the recording. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are talking about, we're starting with target search page location. Okay. So here, let me give you an example. So I was saying that, no problem. I was saying that, let's say I have a business where I'm showing my ads on google.com page. Okay. Now, whenever I go to Google and I search for my ad, I see that my ad comes on the page, but it always comes at the bottom. It comes at the fifth position, sixth position, seventh position. So I need to scroll down and then I can locate my ad. Now that is a major concern for me. I don't like that, because I understand that I will not get many clicks. Most of the people will not scroll down and come to my ad and click on it. So that is a major concern I'm facing. I want to bring my ad up on the page, top on the page. Okay. So for those scenarios, you can use target search page location. It is a bidding strategy which tries to improve your ad position. If you're coming at the bottom of the page, it tries to bring you to the top of the page. Okay. It again does the similar kind of work. It will look for those auctions wherein your chances of winning the auction is high and you are one of the best. So if you win, you will obviously come on the top of the page on the first half of it. Okay. And it does not let you go in the other auctions where you are not that great. Okay. That is how it tries to achieve its objective. Okay, that is why it is called target search page location. Means we are targeting a particular location on the search page where I want to come. I'm coming on 6th 7th position, but I want to come on 2nd 3rd 4th position. Does this make sense what we are saying? Okay, automated bidding strategy, it runs on its own. If you're facing this kind of a problem in your campaigns, then you can apply this particular bidding strategy and run the ads. Is everyone okay with this? Make sense? Okay, so when we opt for automated CPC, we need to specify our objective as well. Maximum. Yes, yes, correct, exactly. So when you go to your campaign settings page and you go to the bidding part of it, if you open the drop down, it will give you two options. Do you want manual CPC or automated CPC? When you choose automated CPC, under automated CPC, you will find all of these over there. You can select whichever ones you want. Okay, all right. Themes 4 or 5 looks more good. Yeah, so if you think that if your ad is coming on the fourth position or the fifth position, that is fine, then you don't require this. But if you want to improve that as well and want to bring it to the first, second, third, fourth, second, third position, then you might apply target search page location. All right. So automated CPC is better than manual most of, yeah. So as I said, both have their own pros and cons. Okay. You use automated CPC when you're facing these kind of issues. You want maximum clicks, you want maximum conversions, you want your ads position to improve. If such kind of scenarios are coming into your business, then you use automated CPC bidding. On the other hand, manual CPC will help you to control your cost. If you see that you are not facing any such issues, you just want to focus on your costing, then you can stay with manual CPC. So the amount spent, Manisha, will depend on your budget. Whatever bidding amount you have set, okay, whatever budget you have got, that will decide that. In automated, the system will decide the bid. Okay, so it will not go beyond a limit which you have set, but it will decide the bid itself. Budget is set by you. Here we are just talking about bidding. So the bidding part is taken control by the system in automated. Is everyone okay till here? In maximize click system, yeah, no. In maximize click system decides the bid. We are only talking about bidding, Manisha. Budget is always set by us. We are deciding the budget. Samir, only up till target ROS. After that, these are two different bidding methods, CPM and CPV. All right. Any other questions? Okay. If you have a limited amount, in that case, it is better, Manisha, to run on manual CPC. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Next one is target outranking share. Okay, so let's discuss this one as well. So let me give an example on this target outranking share. Again, imagine that my ads are running on google.com. Okay, I check on google.com to locate where my ad is coming. So now what is happening is whenever I see my ad coming on the page, I see this competitor ad always coming on the top. When I come on the fourth position, this ad is on the third position. When I'm on the fifth position, the ad is on the fourth position, and so on and so forth. So that is again bugging me. Okay, I'm thinking that I should come on the top and this competitor ad should come at the bottom. So I'm trying to outrank. Okay, so this particular bidding method tries to outrank the competitor ads. That's why it's called target outranking share. Okay, so if that is the kind of problem you're facing with your campaigns, then you can select target outranking share and try to fix that when a competitor ad is always coming on the top. Is everyone with me on this target outranking? All right. Okay, great, guys. Okay, next, Next is ECPC, or we what we call it as an enhanced CPC. Okay, enhanced CPC is another type of a automated bidding strategy, a bidding strategy which we have. What it tries to do is it tries to get you more conversions or sales. Okay, it tries to get you more conversions by focusing on the keywords performance. So let me tell you how. Let's say I have a campaign in which I am applying enhanced cost per click and I have got 10 keywords. What this enhanced CPC does is it monitors my keywords performance and it identifies which are my good keywords and which are my bad keywords. How do you decide a keyword is good or a bad? By looking at their performance data. Okay, so the good keywords will be those which has got the highest number of clicks, impressions, conversions, all of that. The bad keywords will be those which has got the lowest number of clicks, impressions, data. Okay, once it identifies it, okay, what it does is it automatically increases the bids of the good keywords by 30%, and similarly it reduces the bids of the bad keywords. By just increasing and decreasing bids of my keywords, it tries to get me more conversions. Okay, target outranking share will be dependent on the maximum budget if I fix for the ad, right? Yes, every bidding method, Priyanka, not just target outranking share, any kind of bidding method you use, they will be dependent on the budget amount of the campaign. Because what if the competitor has a higher bid amount, then Google will automatically show their ads first and then mine. So again, bid amount does not decide, that is not the final factor for deciding it. There will be quality score and other factors as well which will come into picture. Okay, but yes, budget is going to be there all across for all bidding methods. Okay, this is more refined form of maximize yes, yes. The It is a little refined one which you can certainly say. Okay, there's another one which is coming now, which is target CPA, which is the best one for maximize conversions. So we're going to talk about that, which is used extensively across all businesses. Okay, who differentiates between good and the system? Anmol, the advert system decides which are the good keywords and bad keywords. I didn't understand your statement. Any possibilities in manual CPC? What did you mean by that? Difference between uh, so difference is that maximize clicks tries to get you maximum number of clicks within the limited budget, whereas maximize conversions focus is on sales. Maximize clicks is trying to get you as many clicks as possible, whereas maximize conversions is only for sales. Is enhanced CPC like enhanced? There are many possibilities in manual CPC like enhanced. No, there are no such possibilities. In manual CPC, there is no increase or decrease of bids happening, because then that I have to do myself. I will go to every keyword and increase the bid or decrease the bid. Okay, in manual CPC. Enhanced CPC, I don't need to do that. System does that for me. It identifies the good keywords and bad keywords, and then respectively it increases or decreases their bids. Is everyone with me till here? It does all this within my, yes, 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 absolutely, Aditi. It is all happening within your daily budget amount. Rest of the people all good till here? Any other questions? All right. Okay. All good? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now comes target CPA bidding. Okay. So listen to this part carefully. This is a little tricky. Okay. So just pay attention to this one. Okay. Target CPA, which we also call it as cost per acquisition. Okay, so let me give you an example on this. Okay, when we are going to use target CPA bidding. Okay, target CPA bidding is another type of an automated bidding strategy. This bidding method we don't use right away. We don't use it from the first campaign which we create. Target CPA bidding comes much later into the business. Okay, so let me give you an example on this. Okay, let's imagine that I have a business, an online business here in Hyderabad. Okay, I have been running this business for the last 1 year. I started 1 year back when it was a new website. I just had opened it. Nobody knew about my business. So what I did for the initial 3-4 months was I did branding. I created a display campaign. I showed a lot of ads in the Google network, and I created awareness regarding my business. After 3-4 months, I saw that a little bit traffic started coming in. People started noticing and they started coming to my website. So when that started happening, I thought, let's create a search campaign now and I will focus on traffic. So for the next 8-9 months, I just focused on traffic and I just wanted more and more people to come to my website. After doing that for the last 1 year now, I have reached a stage in my business wherein a decent traffic comes on its own. Okay, it comes on its own, and I am able to sell like 30 products in a month. Okay, so now I am again thinking as a business that 30 sales in a month is not enough. I need to grow this. 30 sales will not suffice. I have to grow this to 60 sales in a month. But then again, I'm thinking that if I have to make it 60, I will have to pay more money to AdWords, which I'm reluctant of. Okay, so think about it in general now, guys. Okay, whenever you are running a business, there are two things which you do. On one hand, there is a sales team who goes into the market and sells your product and brings in incremental revenue. On the other hand, you try to cut your cost. You try to reduce your investment as much as you can. Okay, when you do these two things hand in hand, you see a gradual increase in your profit margin. Okay, that is exactly what target CPA bidding does for us in online advertising. Okay, on one hand, it tries to get you as many conversions as possible or sales as possible. On the other hand, it reduces your bids for all those bad auctions where your chances of winning is very less. So what happens over a period of time, you see a gradual increase in your profit. You see that you're getting a lot of sales, but you are not paying equal amount of money to AdWords. You're paying some extra money, but that extra money is not rising proportionately. It is rising, but at a lower rate, but the sales are rising at a much faster rate. So you see a good profit margin coming your way. It happens over a period of time. It does not happen right away. So the system bids with past. Yes, very good, Aditi. Yes, absolutely right. So the system bids with the past experience. For target CPA bidding, we require past experience. We need a conversion data, historical conversion data. Only then we can predict. It's purely dependent on machine learning, wherein it finds out under what circumstances and conditions those conversions came, and now it predicts in which scenarios they should push the ads more to get some extra conversions. So yes, past experience is absolutely needed out here. Is everyone with me on this, what we are saying, discussing? Right, everyone with me? Make sense? Is it okay? Yeah, okay. All right, now we are going to dig a little deeper into this, okay, with CPA bidding. Okay, so hold that thought. Okay, so when I say CPA, which is cost per acquisition, which basically means a cost which I'm willing to pay for every acquisition, right? That is what it means. Okay, so ideally what it means is for every sale which I'm getting, I'm supposed to pay to Google. Okay, acquisition or conversion, if you have to say, right? Okay, but in reality that is what it does not happen. Okay, you don't pay money for the conversion to Google, you still pay for clicks. Okay, it is clicks which you are paying for. Okay, so let's see how that is happening. I normally create a particular calculator for CPA bidding to make this understand. Otherwise, it becomes a little complicated. Okay, so look at this, guys. Okay, uh, let's imagine that I am running a campaign which is on CPA bidding. So the CPA, the AdWords programming code decides my bid. Okay, so this is my campaign which is running right now. The system has decided, just an example, that my bid for my keyword will be 5 rupees. Okay, I ran that campaign for 1 month. After running it for 1 month, I got 1,000 clicks out of it, which means 1,000 people went to my website. So what does it mean? I have paid 5,000 rupees to Google. Okay, for every click I was paying 5 rupees. I got 1,000 clicks, so 5,000 rupees given to Google already. Okay, after 1 month. In return for that, what I got was, let's say, 500 conversions. Okay, 1,000 people went to my website, out of which I was able to sell 500 products. Okay, so how much was the cost per product? How much was the cost which I paid to Google for every product? That will be 5,000 divided by 500, which becomes 10 rupees. But did I pay this 10 rupees to Google? Literally, I didn't, right? What I paid was 5 rupees per click. But in a hindsight, if I have to look at it, I can say that I paid 5,000, I got 500 products sold. So per product, it costed me around 10 rupees. Can I say that? Is it okay to say that? Yeah, everyone? Is it okay to say that? That I am paying to Google 10 rupees to get every sale, right? Cool with this? Now you start thinking. Okay, now you start thinking as a business that I am manufacturing the product. Okay, for manufacturing cost of my product is 30 rupees, let's say. My advertising cost for every product to sell, I am paying to Google, let's say, 10 rupees. Okay, and I'm selling the product for 50 rupees, so the actual profit I'm getting is 10. So I am thinking again as a business that if I am only making 10 rupees as a profit, that's too less. Either I should reduce my manufacturing cost or I should reduce my advertising cost. So then I go back to Google. I go back to Google and I give them a target. And that is why it is called a target CPA. Okay, I give a target to the system and I say to them that bring this 10 rupees down. I don't want to pay you 10 rupees per sale. I might pay around 5 rupees per sale. If I pay you 5 rupees per sale, then I will make a good, better profit of 15 rupees. So now when I give it a 5 rupees target, the system again starts running its algorithm. It runs its algorithm at the back end and tries to get more conversions if it's possible. Okay, it gets you more conversions and it tries to reduce your CPA more it can. And slowly and steadily, then you start seeing that the CPA is coming down. The more CPA comes down, the better it is for you. Is everyone with me with this concept which is happening? What if conversions were too low? Yeah, if the conversions were too low, that's a bad signal then. Okay, if I have a very less conversions, my CPA will increase a lot. Okay, my CPA will increase, and that is not a good sign for me. So possibly conversions are low, possibly because of a bad landing page. then I will go back and try to modify my landing page, do something over there, give more discounts, promotions, offers. I'll do something of that sort to improve my number of conversions. Is everyone with me? What we are discussing? Any other questions on this? Great, guys. Rest of the people, all good with me? Is it okay? Conversion are ultimate. Yes, absolute. That's what you are there for, right? Why do you have a business? You have a business because you want to sell a product. So selling that product is a conversion. So that's the main thing. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So that's going to be our target CPA bidding. Okay. All right. Okay. Now moving to the next one, which is target ROS. If after this, I didn't understand. If after this cap is high, what exactly you meant? Cap is high. Yeah. Which cap are you referring to? Okay. Okay, if the CPA is high, then again, what we are trying to do in this situation is we'll try to reduce we'll try to get more clicks possible. Okay, we'll try to improve our keywords, we'll try to improve our ads relevance. Okay, so that the ads are much more attractive, appealing, so that we can increase the number of clicks. The moment I increase the number of clicks, it will reduce my CPA. Okay, I'll try to add a lot of negatives so that my ads are shown to only relevant audience, which will again improve my clicks. Okay, so all of these kind of steps you can take to bring your CPA down. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Then comes your target ROAS. Okay, which is basically return on ad spend. Okay, so let's talk about this one as well. Target ROAS. Okay, so return on ad spend, basically we are talking about a scenario. So what happens is AdWords is used by a lot of different types of businesses. There are very small businesses who are just experimenting with AdWords, trying to understand it. They run it for some time and then they walk off, they might not use it. Then there can be small medium businesses who are meticulously monitoring their performance on AdWords. They want to see it perform well for them. They're putting in the right amount of money and then seeing the returns. So they are tracking it and managing it very accurately. Okay. Then there can be a lot of businesses, large businesses, which have a lot of money, but they don't have time or expertise to spend on AdWords. Their main objective is they want to put an X amount of money on AdWords and want to see returns for it. Okay, how AdWords does it, it is not their concern. Okay, they don't have the time or expertise to understand it. For such kind of businesses, they can put their, they can adapt, they can opt for target ROAS. In target ROAS bidding method, what we do is we give a target to the AdWords campaign to achieve, okay, in terms of revenue. Okay, we give them a target in terms of revenue which the system tries to achieve, again based on automated bidding. Okay, it runs its own algorithm at the back end and it tries to achieve that particular target which you give. Okay, now this target is given in a percentage format. Okay, so it is like this. Okay, so you give a target something like 100%. So when you say 100% target, so let's say I have a campaign on which I am spending 100 rupees per day. Okay, so my monthly budget is 100 into 30, so 3000 rupees. So if I choose target ROAS on this and I say my target for the campaign is 100%, which basically means that I want 6000 rupees back. I want a total 3000 rupees profit on top of it. Okay, so like this you can give a percentage target to the campaign to achieve. Okay, the only caveat in this is that you can't be unreasonable. You can't say that my target will be 1000%. Okay, you need to understand and be considerate of this fact that end of the day it's a programming code which will try to achieve that target for you. You need to be considerate of the fact that it's a bidding method, it will win other auctions. If you win the auctions, only then it will try to get you those sales and revenue. Okay, so keeping that in mind, you set a reasonable target for the campaign. Okay, what is the limit of this period? So Samir, it runs till the time your campaign runs. Okay, you start the campaign, okay, and if you give an end campaign, so based on whatever the limit which you set for the campaign, it will run for that period. So does the system give a time limit that is required? No, no. The main objective remains that we try to achieve this target within the duration of that campaign. Limitation of this period method. Oh, okay. Limitation of this method can be that, again, the main limitation can be that if you are putting a very high target like a 200% or a 300% target, wherein, remember this thing guys, all these bidding strategies are going to work in in full strength only when you have a good quality score. If you don't have a good quality score and you're trying to use these bidding strategies, then it will not be able to achieve its objectives. So those things might happen. Okay, so first, if you put a very high target, then it will not work. If you have a poor quality score, then it will not work. Okay, this seems to be the best one. Yes, you can say so. You can say so. Maybe I personally feel that for a new business, it's a good place for them to learn. Okay, so preferably a new business should start with manual CPC bidding, try to understand how this whole bidding thing works, and over a period of time later on they can gradually move to other bidding strategies and use them. So that gives them a good learning of the whole product, and then they can use them for their own benefit. What is the usual quality score AdWords gives? Average score, Aditi, remains around 6 out of 10. Okay, 6 is not good enough. 7 should be, yes, yes, starters it is good. Yeah, for starters it is fine, but we always try to be at least at 7 or more. Manisha, in the keywords tab, okay, let me just show you that. So if you go to your campaigns guys, you can go to the keywords tab on the left panel, like here. Okay, I'm sorry. And in the keywords panel, you can go to modify columns. These three vertical bars which you see, from here you can choose modify columns, and here you can see quality score. Okay, so you can click on that. Okay, and you can choose quality score and apply. So it will show like this. The last column will show your quality score. All right, does this now make sense till here? No, it is for the whole thing, Manisha. It is not for a particular page. Okay, suggestions of how to improve it. Yes, so there are articles provided when you go to the AdWords resource, online resource. Okay, there are complete proper articles provided of how to improve the quality score. Under quality score, if you remember, we spoke about this. There are three major things we are looking at: ad relevancy, landing page quality, expected CTR. All those things are there. So for each metric, each parameter, they tell you, okay, what all things you can do to improve them. Okay, so there are proper articles provided for it. I'll share all of that resource once we come to the last session. All right, okay. Any other questions on bidding till here? Target ROS, is everyone fine with this? Looks like Google. Yes, 90%. 90% of Google revenue is from AdWords. All right. Okay. All right. So these are all going to be the automated bidding strategies under CPC, as you can see. Apart from CPC bidding, then there are two other types, which is CPM and CPV. Okay. So let's have a look at this as well. CPM, I think we spoke about this earlier, which is cost per thousand impressions, right? Which basically we are saying that we are going to pay a cost for every 1,000 times the ad is being shown. So now we are paying only for showing the ads. We are not paying for clicks anymore. We will just pay for showing the ads. Okay, this one only works in the display network. You don't have the option to use this in the search network. Yes, Priyanka. Okay, you don't even get the option to use it. Okay, what is the guarantee that so many people have seen it? So you see the data, right? It is not about people seeing, Gayatri. It's about ad being displayed on the page. We don't have a guarantee on how many people saw the ad, but we have a guarantee of showing the ad on the page if you win the auction. Do you see the difference between the two, right? Okay, so CPM is all about that. If you win the auction, your ad shows up on the page. That is what we will count and we will record in the AdWords account. Is everyone okay with this? Make sense? This particular bidding method you will use when you want to do branding. You want to do branding, you want to do awareness creation, you are a new business. For all those purposes, you will use CPM bidding. Okay, I don't know whether I took this example or not. So suppose like if I run my campaign for a month, a display campaign on CPM bidding, and after a month, if I got 500 impressions, do I still pay for those 500 impressions? Okay, so I'm saying that I ran a display campaign, okay, and I ran that for a month, okay, on CPM bidding. At the end of the month, I got only 500 impressions. I didn't get 1,000 impressions. I only received 500 impressions. Do I still pay for those 500 impressions? Okay, no, okay, half the price. Okay, Samir, what does 1,000 impression means here? 1,000 impressions search of that. No, impressions. Remember we spoke about this. Impressions 1,000 times means here search for that keyword, and this is for all word search. No, 1,000 times over here means that if my ad is shown on the page 1,000 times, then I will pay for that. That is what we are saying. Okay, so when I go into the auction, I compete with other ads. If I win that auction, then my ad shows up. That is called an impression. Okay, so if that happens 1,000 times on google.com page, on display network, or sorry, not on the google.com page, but on display network, on display network, basically the one who searches. No, so this is all happening in the display network. So when I say display network, remember we spoke about this Times of India, now Bharat Times. When you go to Times of India, you're reading an article on Times of India, you see an image ad there. That is an display AdWords ad showing up there. because it wins the auction. Okay. Suman, it is calculated and given to you in the AdWords account. You log into your account and you can see it there. Okay. So does this mean that display network are only show ads on a CPM bidding? Yes, correct. Not on, no. CPM display ads can also run on both CPC bidding and on CPM bidding. What I'm trying to say here is that CPM is only available in display, not available in search. Yes, CPM is only for display network. You will not find CPM in search. Okay. Search, on the other hand, CPC bidding is available everywhere. Search and display both. Can I say 1000 impression is if 1000 visitors reaching the page? No. Impressions, okay, let's define impressions as well. Impressions has nothing to do with visitors. Impressions is number of times your ads shows on the page. That is what is an impression. Okay. Aditi, that is how they have set up the whole thing right now. CPC bidding is used for both traffic and for selling purposes, so can be used in both the networks. CPM is primarily focusing on branding. That's why it is only available in display, not in search. Search is not for branding. Search is for sales and traffic. So if a user is viewing a page and refreshes, the marketer has to pay for two impressions. Yes, if his ad comes twice, every time the page gets load and the advertiser comes, then you are not paying, Manisha, because we are talking about showing the ad. Okay, you are paying only for showing the ad here, not for a click. The click will be free. Advertiser does not pay anything. Oh, can you see this? Okay, it says impressions basically means number of times your ads shows on the page. Okay, so when your ad goes into the auction, it competes with other ads, it wins the auction, it shows up on the page. Okay, that is called an impression. It has nothing to do with visitors. Yes, Manisha, right. So the importance of impression, so think about it. You are advertising your business. If you're advertising your business, wouldn't you want to know how many times your ad was shown? Wouldn't you want to know how many times people clicked on your ad? So that is what we are providing you. Impressions tells you how many times your ad was shown on a page. Because you're advertising your business, right? That's your prime concern, prime importance, your requirement, right? That's the whole idea. All right. Is it okay, everyone with me? So yes, the question which we were discussing was, so if I'm running my campaign for a month, at the end of the month, I got 500 impressions. Do I still pay for those 500 impressions? Right? Okay, so the answer is yes, guys. Okay, irrespective of whatever is the case, when I say CPM, which is cost per thousand impressions, it is just a way of calculating the charges. If I get 500 impressions, I will still pay the half price. I will have to pay based on pro rata basis. Whatever number of impressions I might get, whether it is 5, 10, 20, 100, 1500, whatever is the case, I will have to pay for those impressions on a pro rata basis. Okay, CPM is just a way they are going to calculate it. It does not put a condition that you pay only when you get those 1000 impressions. Vikram, you would require a Google AdSense account, not AdWords. Okay, all right. Is everyone clear with CPM now? Is it okay? Make sense? Any other questions on CPM? All right. Okay. Great, guys. All right. Okay. The last one which we have is CPV. The full form of this is cost per view. This is pretty simple. This one is used only for video ads, nowhere else. Okay, only for the video YouTube ads. Okay, we are using it. And this is basically an amount of money you are willing to pay for every view you get on your video ads. Okay, that is going to be your CPV. Okay, this bidding method only available in the video campaigns. You will not see it anywhere else because that is where you can only create your video ads. This is again in the display network, not available in search. All right, does this now make sense, all these bidding strategies? All right. Can we do CPV on normal videos? Samir, again, we are not doing videos here. We are only doing ads. Yeah. So we are only dealing with ads. So it has to be a video ad. Okay. All right. Okay. That is a yes. Not a part of AdWords. Yes, Aditi. Absolutely right. CPV is for YouTube specifically. Correct. Um, GIF count in which I didn't understand. Image ads. Yes. GIF is a part of GIF, JPG, PNG, SWIFT file, zip file, all for image ads, not for video. Flash used to be a case which we used way back. Now we don't use Flash anymore. We have HTML5. Is there a way to way the ads can be blocked completely as the user might get irritated? No, it is not. You can use an ad blocker. It's an extension which you can have from Chrome and you can apply that. With the help of that ad blocker, you will never see any ads. So that's one way of doing it. Okay. Manisha, there is a new coding method. Flash was an old coding way which we used for image ads, but it was not compatible with all the browsers like IE, Firefox, and Chrome. That's why later on we moved, Google moved to HTML5 coding now, based on which the image ads are created. HTML5 is completely compatible with all the browsers, so that way there is no plugins which are required, and that is what they use now to build image ads. What about video ads which show up on Facebook videos? Are they connected to? Yes, they are all a part of Facebook ads. That is what are getting created through Facebook ads specifically, not with AdWords. Can, and they click on it and take on YouTube. Which ones are you referring to? Yes, no. So image. So when you talk about image ads, if you click on them, it will take you to the website. I am not talking about video ads. Yeah. Which ones? No, the ones which Priyanka is discussing is all Facebook ads. It is not a part of AdWords or Google. It will not take them to YouTube. YouTube is a Google property. and there they show the in-stream. Yes, yes, so the in-stream ads are all going to be a part of the AdWords Google network, not our particular thing, not in Facebook. We are not dealing with that in Facebook. Does this now make sense? CPV. Yeah, rest of the people all good till here? Does it make sense? Is it okay? All right. Any other questions so far on bidding strategies? So e-commerce sites will be using more AdWords. Yes, it depends actually. They will use most of them. Okay, major of them use AdWords because AdWords covers a lot of audience. But nowadays, other ones are also decent enough, like Facebook ads, Bing ads, then your Twitter ads, LinkedIn. Okay, they're all starting off, so they're at a very initial inception stage right now, not so detailed like AdWords. So but then yes, e-commerce tries to use all possible ones which they can, which can give them revenue, generate revenue for them. uh, if any video ad is on FB, then user click on it and it will take you. No, that will not happen, Manisha. Okay, so if there is a video ad, it will not take you to the YouTube. If you have a video ad, if you click on it, it will take you to the website. Okay, all right. Is there anything equivalent to AdWords and cost efficient? AdWords and cost efficient. So right now what is happening is AdWords is one of the cost efficient ones which you have. If you look at Facebook ads, others as well, okay, they are turning out, they're little expensive in that front. Okay, otherwise AdWords turns out to be decent enough because we have seen the data working. In the last 18 years, people have been using it and Google runs its revenue mostly on it. So that ways they have been much more effective way. So that ways we feel that it's doing competitively better. But if you want, yes, you can try out Bing ads as well. Facebook is little expensive. Aditi, it will be a good idea. You can take some help and assistance from them so that you get a fair idea about what they are doing for it. Then you can pick on whatever tips they provide you, make a note of that, and then continue on your own. Google ads are very expensive and it take huge money, but results are not that good. It depends. It depends totally on how we are running the campaigns. Okay, it depends on the kind of business which you are running. So possibly the kind of business you are into, that might have high bids. Okay, so all those factors which we have to look at possibly, and then we can take a call on it. So you can compare, create a Facebook ads, and then for the same, and then compare the costing. So we don't have any such initiative related to driving traffic to from offline or from online to offline. Okay, there's no particular step taken right now. The primary focus is around building strategies which are heavily on online advertising, which is search and display and remarketing and all those things, but not something of this front. Not done so much things over the period of time. Is there any other free advertising platform? No, no. You have to pay for all these advertising platforms which you are trying to use. Yeah. The only free thing which you can do possibly is a Facebook page, or which is social media marketing, which is not SCM. Okay, where you can do a little bit of advertising about your business, try to create awareness, or Google Plus page, which you can do. All right. Is it okay, guys? Everyone clear with this? Any other questions on this? Is it okay? All right, okay. All right, okay. All right, I'm going to stop here for today. Okay, we are going to meet up on Tuesday, same time again. Then we are going to start off with display. I'm going to talk about display network, display campaign creation. All that will come into picture. Okay, that we are going to cover. Then later on, we will be doing conversions, conversion tracking, remarketing campaigns. All that will come by the Thursday session. Yeah, so for this week, Anmol, the assignment which you will have is to create the search campaign. Okay, the last week's assignment was to open an AdWords account. This week's assignment will be around search campaign creation. You will find the complete steps to do that in your LMS account. Okay, so just follow those, or you can go through the recordings as well for today's and Tuesday's recording. Go through the recording and just try to repeat the same steps. Okay, the campaigns we are asked to make for assignment, will we have to run those two as part of a task? So yeah, so what they say is put in 500 rupees in the AdWords account and create a live account, so which gives you a real life idea about how AdWords campaigns run. So if you are fine with it, you can do that. Otherwise, it is not a mandate. Okay, Suraj, no, there is no need for you to submit. There is nowhere we have to submit. You have to submit the assignment where you tell us how, what campaigns you created. All of that is there. Otherwise there is no need. Okay, any other questions, guys? Do we get a certificate after every module? Yes, Aditi. That's how it is. After every SCM or any module which you do with TV, there's a certificate they give you. Plus, I will be talking about AdWords certifications, which is coming from Google, so that you will be able to do. Okay, also Bing certifications. So all that resources and things I'll talk about as well. Yes, yes. So there are like six exams, okay, six certifications which you can give on AdWords based on your requirement. Okay, so I'll tell you all of those. These all certifications are 1 year old validity. So based on your business needs, you can do those whenever is required. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sharing the feedback link for today's session, guys. Please share the feedback. It would be really helpful if you can do that and let us know. Okay, let me know if you need any kind of help. I i hope everyone would be there for the next session as well on Tuesday. I look forward to meeting you guys, and we will continue with the remaining part of the content. Okay, thank you, Manisha. Thank you so much. Thank you, Samir. Thanks a lot, Anmol. Also, yeah, you also have a great weekend, Vikram. Thank you, Abhishek. I'm sharing the link once more if anybody needs it. I would really appreciate if each one of you can share the feedback. Thank you, Aditi. Thank you, Manisha, for doing that. See you guys. I'm going to see you same time on Tuesday, okay? And we'll continue from there. Have a great rest of the week and the weekend coming. Here is the link one more time if anybody else needs it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you guys. Good night. Bye, guys.